It is June 11 and it's time for another walkabout of my property. This is for my records, but of course you're invited to come along too, especially if you like seeing gardens that are developing and property that is being landscaped, I guess you could say, roughing it. We had two major events happen since the last time I videoed. The first one being we had two bears, not one, but two bears came into our place, and those rascals, they got into our dry freezer and they hauled out, well, some beans and some corn. So anyways, that was a major disaster and they kept coming back. So we had to deal with that. And then we had a huge storm. Our power was out for 2 days, and that has never happened while we've lived here. Trees came down all over the place. So just a pretty big disaster. But thankfully none of our buildings or anything were wrecked, so God is good. All right, let's go walk around. So here's where the corn got dropped by that bear. So we're just letting it grow because what else can you do? And we've never had success growing corn here, but maybe he actually did us a favor to show us that we can grow corn. We'll see how this patch survives. Mom's pride and joy, her potato patch. She's doing not bad with the weeding so far. We were gifted 10 different varieties of iris, and so I stuck them in Mom's garden because I simply don't have space in my garden. Our pond is so lush this time of year, but I wish I could afford to hire somebody to dig it out some more because those weeds are too much. Because those bears came back more than once, we put up an electric fence, and that seems to have stopped them now, so that was a big deal, but kind of an inconvenience for us now. And forgive this cardboard mess it's getting ready to put in my garden. This is my potting bench area right now. Oh, the things I do to get a garden going. Garlic looks beautiful. Pea patch is growing nicely. My mom wanted to experiment, so she took a few of those corn kernels that the bears stole and stuck them in here. Not the best spot, I would say, but they're growing. I planted spinach, that's radish, and then our strawberries are coming along. I also direct sowed some flower seeds. We'll see if they do anything. Some China asters, baby's breath, and a poppy. So we'll see if they grow at all. This is all new for me, all this flower gardening growing. I'm usually doing just vegetables from seed. We've had an awful lot of rain, which is nice, but it sure makes the weeds grow as well. But let's go in my garden here. My pride and joy. The iris are spectacular. Oops, I forgot to put my tools away. Oh dear. So I planted the seedling cosmos, and then I direct seeded, and that's them. Put in some zucchini plants that I started. There's a Lysianthus there. First time growing that. Lots of blooms on the strawberry bed. With that terrible storm, my columbine got mashed, so I had to cut it early. Getting this bed prepped for some more direct seeding. There's my zinnias. They haven't really liked this cooler weather. The tomatoes are doing good. So, some dahlias that are looking great, and one even has a bud on it. This is the Hartinas. My poppy seedlings are seeming to be alive still, which I'm very grateful. The lilies that I was gifted this spring are doing fabulous, and the ranunculus is growing. Another first-time flower. Got apples on my espalier. Lots of apples on this one. And then my anemones as well, just so delighted. They're really growing. I've never grown them either. And then behind them is celery. And my asparagus, I have a few asparagus plants that survived. And then these are all dahlias that were gifted to me. And they've all sprouted. Only one known variety, which is the Pooh. Terrible name, I think, but... So this is the project that I've been working on for the past few weeks when it hasn't been raining. My dahlia bed. And don't the plants look great? First time growing dahlias as well. I am very pleased to report that all of my grape cuttings have taken off and are doing fabulous. That was a true experiment. And now my sweet peas, the ones in the middle are ones that I started from seed indoors about 3 weeks before planting out. And then the other ones, the smaller ones obviously, were direct sowed. Not much difference. So I don't think that I will start them inside next year. We've still got water flowing. Of course, our lawnmower broke down and the part needed took weeks to get. And so the grass got really tall. But thankfully we finally got it. And I haul out so many of these guys every day, morning and evening. They are such a pain. I scoop up as many as I can on my trowel and then I take them across the road. We have a rock wall and I throw them there. Because I don't know how else to kill them and I don't think that they'll cross the highway. So I hope that does the trick. Minus the weeds from all the rain, these beds are looking healthy. And even some blossoms on my strawberry plants because this is a much shadier area. But it works. I love my property so much because it has wildflowers and right now the Queen's Cup are blooming. How extra special is that? This is my dahlia nursery, I guess you could call it. I planted my dahlias a month and a half ago. And a lot of them obviously have grown nicely, but a lot of them have not. But I'm encouraged, I don't know. They have roots coming out from the bottom. That's not such a good one, but oh, that's a good one. They have roots coming out, but no sprouting yet. So I don't know if that's typical or not. If you guys know, can you please let me know to not get discouraged. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 pots that have not sprouted yet. And 2 of them are cafe au lait, which I really, really wanted. So, I sure hope that they will do something yet. I guess I'll keep you posted on that. And just for interest's sake, I have 44 plants that have sprouted. I am in zone 6 in Creston, British Columbia. So that gives you an idea of my climate and stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching and I will catch you again sometime on Garden Adventures.